Alright, this video is going to be about a reclamation of beauty and why beauty is important to civilization. Every civilization has its own beauty standards, but these beauty standards are basically the same throughout every culture. They are symmetry and health, a symmetrical physique and health, a healthy complexion, healthy musculature, not too fat, not too skinny. Of course, some primitive cultures, particularly in Africa, for example, like a pretty hefty chick, because that pertains to fertility. But for the most part, Western civilization, the idealized form, has always been a healthy musculature, sometimes a bit curvaceous, but mostly just a healthy musculature, and not too thin, not too fat. Now, these beauty standards pertain to actually both genders. It's obviously women we want to see more curvaceous, with wider hips and whatnot, but that's the difference between the male and the female physique. However, they are the same, again, symmetry and health. Now, these beauty standards have been replaced by those that seek to capitalize on making people feel bad about themselves. They've been replaced with things like heroin chic, which has caused horrible eating disorders. Heroin chic was what was popular when I was younger in the 1980s and 90s, where the women are so thin they look like they're basically walking corpses. Now we see a complete destruction of all beauty standards and anything goes mentality. Fat acceptance, anorexic acceptance, again, the heroin chic look. And now a new masculinity in women, a beefcake look where they look like beasts, very big. And this is due to the fact that basically the fashion industry is casting a wider net so that they can basically sell this idea that beauty is purchasable and that it is not, it's not innate. Now you have to understand, beauty is not merely the external, although physical beauty, like I said, is objective. The personality and the behavior that one projects also is beauty. For example, Marilyn Monroe and Betty Page were not particularly excellent in appearance. Betty Page had a mediocre face and Marilyn Monroe had a terrible body. But the attitude they were capable of projecting, like many models, the attitude they can project is what showed their beauty. Anton LaVey, the founder of LaVeyan Satanism, wrote a book called The Satanic Witch, which was originally titled The Complete Witch, which is an excellent, how can I put this, an excellent instruction manual on how to manipulate people through aesthetics. Now, you have to understand, he covers everything from scents to, and that's true too, scents are important and things of that nature are very important. But the thing is, we cannot forget that beauty ultimately is symmetry plus health plus attitude. Now, why do we need a revolution of beauty? Because beauty has been ultimately very important to Western civilization. Many of the beauty standards we have go back to the Macedonians, Alexander the Great, and have evolved from there. You'll notice the same beauty standards throughout the Catholic religion in their statues as you will in the ancient Greeks. Maybe a little less beefy, but still the same beauty standards. And this is because when you give up beauty, you give up health. A society that isn't healthy is not a good society. You cannot have a society of sickly people and assume that you're going to be powerful. And that's why, first and foremost, we need a revolution of health and a revolution of beauty, what I term a revolution of the flesh, because it is the fleshly existence. It is a revolution of the individual reclaiming his health through healthful life practices. And I strongly encourage all people to look into the Seventh-day Adventist lifestyle. You can look at AdventistBookCenter.com, it is, and look into how to eat right, exercise right. The reason I use the Adventists as an example is they are the longest lived people, even longer lived than the Okinawans, because of their health practices. It's not just the diet, but also the lifestyle, the exercising, the resting, observing the Sabbath. These all pertain to a longer, healthier life, and a healthier life combined with symmetry equals beauty. Thanks.